following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Prescott now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
27, switch, hey, 26. Here we go, 46, 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Brandon Copeland in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin. As the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A screen to Bell. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if the Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. The 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, 72 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. A first down throw, Darnold. Out right here to Herndon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now Bell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Now Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with now his 2nd touchdown of this third quarter as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Here's Darnold, and he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there.
Done.
On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. So, Charles, talk about a play that could prove pivotal. And I mean pivotal. That decision right there could be really costly.
Without a doubt. You talk about taking a chance there and deciding you're going to go all in, as they like to say. That's exactly what that one was, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah, inside their own territory, game tied. This stage of the contest, boy. Bell. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And the blitz does come. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Randy Gregory drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them. They'll go again with Bell. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Darnold. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some 9 yards and a first. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Bell. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is indeed good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Looking again that time for Amari Cooper, and that'll bring up second down. Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this kick is not gonna get there. It's short and no good. Well, that would have been something if he could have saved him from that long distance there in the closing seconds, but it was just not meant to be.
They need a little more time and a little more yardage to give him a realistic shot. And that kick's a good metaphor for this game, isn't it? They're going to wind up a little short in the end.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets.